Hi, I'm Dr. Kelly Winarski with Kairos Connect, and we are joined by Dr. TJ Osborne of Discover Chiropractic in San Jose, California. He is looking for an associate. So, Dr. TJ, welcome, and I want you to
Thank
tell
you very
us,
much. I appreciate it.
absolutely, and I want you to tell us all about what you're looking for. Tell us about your practice and what makes it special.
I'm excited to be able to share where we are, what we've been doing. So we've been in the Silicon Valley for, over almost 30 years. The 29 years, it'll be 30 years in about a month.
Congratulations.
I know, in a long time. So we've adjusted probably 1.3 million people. So my goal when we first started was to get to my town. At that time, my town was 1 million people. Now we've been 1.3 million, and it's really is a mission to change and save lives and to be able to make a difference. Because I firmly believe that you can go to work, you can do a job, but eventually that gets old. But if you're on a mission to be able to make a difference in people's lives, and it starts one person at a time, just building and building. Um, so one of the natural things of caring about people doing a great job is that they want to tell other people. So our office is 100% referral. We don't advertise, never have, never done a spinal screening before. And but we get to 50 to 60 referrals a month just from our patients because they love us. We're 100% cash practice. We typically will see anywhere from 7 to 750 patients a week. We have 3 doctors in our office right now. We're looking to add a fourth doctor. And it's only because we just can't serve any more people because of just time and space limitations. And so
So,
we're looking for,
hold up. So, you don't do any marketing,
no,
100% cash. You don't have to deal with insurance baloney,
right.
and
No
you
reports.
you literally just need another set of hands to come in and adjust.
Well, and it's not just adjust because what I think one of my biggest things is I want to be able to mentor somebody too,
Hmm.
or to be able to teach. We right in between Life West and Palmer West. So for the last 30 years, I taught at both of those schools, and so I still do a lot of teaching. Students come in there, but I think one of the biggest things is that I want to be able to not only just have somebody to adjust, but teach them how to adjust and how to master the adjustment and to
Hmm.
master the communication and master the experience of the patient and to really be able to be the very best version of themselves as a chiropractor. Uh,
Hmm.
and I think that's an important thing because you don't have to market if your patients love you, if
Right.
you have a great product. And I think they'll want to tell everybody about your product. And so that's really what we've really specialized in. It's really a relationship practice, which made it a retention practice.
That sounds like a dream to be able to walk in and have someone just take you under their wing. Um, Now, so are you looking for someone newer into the profession, or does that
You
matter
know,
so much?
I think it doesn't really matter as much. I think that I can learn from other people too.
Hmm.
So there's somebody that's been around for a while that is tired of playing the insurance game, or is looking to. There's somebody maybe been out a year or two that was looking to mentor or transition into an ownership
Hmm.
type position. I'm open to that. I'm very open to that because I think that I'd rather. I'm at a place in my career where having a partnership with somebody, um, where I can help, we can build together, is a great idea.
I love hearing that. There's unfortunately, so many doctors who are just, burned out, frustrated, leaving the profession because of things like insurance and because of things like chasing the new patient constantly. It sounds like you've got it figured out and you're willing to pass that information along to another doctor who wants to come on board with you. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, I think that's the saddest thing for me because chiropractic is such a beautiful thing,
Hmm.
and it you should have more energy at the end of the day than you have
Hmm.
at the beginning of the day. Uh,
Right, because you
you
pour into
know,
your patients and they pour back into you.
right, and they fill you up, and so when you see. I think my oldest patient yesterday was 102.
Okay.
You have a World War II veteran that was, and then you
Mm,
have, probably a dozen babies that came in yesterday that were, under a year old. And so it's that whole life experience that you get to see. Um, and it is a beautiful thing to be able to witness people changing. And our office is different than most offices too, because I'm a firm believer is that, um, we are always recreating our subluxation patterns.
yeah.
Uh, and I don't think you can ever get somebody completely unsubluxated in the world that we live in. So we want to reduce it to its most minimal form. And so what we find is that it's really important that we address the causes of why they are the way that they are. Their spine is just a reflection of their life. And so we look at obviously the emotional, physical, chemical stresses. So in our office, we look at their nutrition. So
Hmm.
we have nutrition classes, not to teach them how to eat, but more to teach them what not to eat. And so by teaching them what not to eat, then by default, they're eating the right thing.
Absolutely.
We teach them we talk about toxicity. We talk about exercise. We actually have exercise classes in our office twice a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, um,
Now, are your associates involved in teaching
they
the
are.
nutrition and exercise classes?
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. Because I think one of the things that I have found is that the what we call the top-down hierarchy, where you
Hmm.
have this doctor here and everybody works underneath that doctor, it doesn't work. So we actually have what's called a broken lines clinic, meaning that all the doctors adjust all the patients.
Hmm.
And then I believe that each doctor should have their own specialty,
Hmm.
their thing that they're really good at, because no one person can be great at everything.
No.
And so that we actually have clinical consults where we all sit around and talk about the patients and get feedback from everybody from their different perspectives. And and then when we get that feedback, maybe this person is great at this thing. And sometimes we'll even have one doctor adjusting somebody during shift and then call in the other doctor to get their opinion on it. And maybe they'll
Hmm.
finish the adjustment, or do their little specialty there. Um, it's a unique experience just because I believe that it's not about ego, it's about doing our very best job.
Hmm.
Uh, the patient's benefit. And I think that's what I was going to say was that not only do we look at toxicity and having the classes, we look at exercise, that we have the classes, we really look at mindset. And I think that the biggest, obviously the biggest stress that we have is life itself, but it's how the filter that we see things through. And so our biggest thing is teaching people to be able to see the world through a chiropractic filter. And if you can
Hmm.
see things from an inside out filter, the world is a very different place.
Amazing. Now, you have doctors with different strengths. Are you looking for a doctor with a specific strength, or do you leverage what they have when you get the right person in there?
I'm a firm believer in that, first of all, that anybody that comes in there is supposed to be there in the first place.
Mm,
And then my job is to grow that person and to help grow that person to become their best version of themselves. So that would be the first thing that I would say is that, wherever somebody's at, if they've been in practice 10 years,
hmm.
hey, like if you don't want to grow, then this is the wrong place for you.
I
If you
got
don't
you.
get better, this is the wrong place for you. But if you want to get better and become like a better chiropractor, a better
Hmm.
communicator, a better person, this is the right place for you. So if that's the first thing, so I I would love to have somebody with some experience,
Hmm.
just because. But the biggest challenge with experience is I'm going to do it my way, and I've been doing it for 10 years my way.
Yeah.
And But there's maturity in experience, I think, and I think that maturity is incredibly important when it comes to relating to with patients. But there can be that person that is extraordinary as a chiropractor and as that maybe just graduated that can also um, that would also benefit there and that really wants to grow and to become part of something.
Hmm.
Uh, but
So experience is great, but still, we still want them to be coachable.
I think that's probably the yeah. as long as you're a lifetime student, I
Mm-hmm.
think you're in a good place. It's the right place for you. If you've already said, this is what chiropractic is, I've already maxed out, I don't have to become better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already great. Look, I've been doing this for 30 years and I'm still going to classes. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to become better. I've been
Mm-hmm.
still reading every single night, and still changing things, still trying to, be the best chiropractor I possibly can. So
Absolutely. So, what's your time frame for hiring?
now,
No.
yeah.
Today?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so I think that we're always hiring, looking for the right person,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and I think it's kind of an important thing that uh, right now that I mean we have a waiting list of about almost 2 to 3 weeks for people to get into the office, um, and so it's important I think for us to be able to serve those people there. Uh,
Absolutely.
so yeah, so now a month from now.
Okay.
Okay.
Any advice for new graduates applying for a job or your job specifically?
So I think one of the things that I've seen over the years, and I've interviewed probably 100 chiropractors over the years.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Probably the most important thing for a new graduate is you don't have to be nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I mean, you have spent the last 4 years, 8 years of your life preparing for this moment. And all of a sudden you feel like you have this imposter syndrome where you have this doctor degree and you think that, but I'm not ready to go. You
Mm-hmm.
are ready to go. And I think one of the things that I always say that, 5,000 adjustments cures everything. And we get our 200 adjustments in school and we feel wholly unprepared, which we are. But that's the thing, we will in a year you'll have 5,000 adjustments or more. And so that's that you develop your skills. It's your 10,000 hours of practice. And so in applying, what I would always have found is you when you're looking for a job as a new graduate, don't look for a job where they're just going to have you do a thing, like where you're just going to be the exam doctor, where you're just going to be the right hand person, where you're going to be the assistant doctor. You want to apply for a job where you can be part of a team.
Mm-hmm.
We have about 9 people on our team right now, and where I don't think that anybody is more important than anybody else. So the front desk person, she runs the office during shift, and the office manager runs the office shift, and then each of the doctors are in charge of their own thing, and the tech CA is in charge of her own thing, and so I think that's an important thing. So just first of all, know the environment that you're going into and think about the next 2 years. You spent 8 years learning to be a chiropractor, and then you're
Mm-hmm.
going to spend the next at least 2 years learning how to practice chiropractic, um, and to be like a good chiropractor, and then spend the rest of your life learning how to become a great chiropractor.
Solid advice. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We look forward to getting a new associate into your office. If you want to apply to Discover Chiropractic with Dr. TJ Osborne, you want to send your resume and cover letter to info@kairosconnect.com. Thanks so much for joining us.
Have a great day.